One of the things I see in society is that people just aren't sensible. Like, they're logical, they're rational, but that's not necessarily the same as sensible, right? Like, it's very a sensible idea not to cut down the rainforest, to grow like soy plantation, or to grow like monocrops of genetically engineered Cavendish bananas to feed everyone in the United States, right? It's sensible not to do that once you see the evidence of what that has done, right, to the Aboriginal people and to the ecosystem, which is like the lungs of our lungs, right, the lungs of our planet, right? That's looking through the lenses of sensibility, but you have to become sensitive enough to yourself and to the messages of your body in order to even get that. But if you're insulated, meaning that your body is filled up with all kinds of gunk, it's filled up with basically obstructions that are coating over your nerve fibers, which are trying to send electrical transmissions of information that are basically getting stuck, then we might not be able to see things as sensibly as we could, right? And so I think I bring that up because that's an important thing for everybody in our time, is that people are waking up to themselves. They're waking up to the fact that what you put in your mouth actually makes a difference. Like, does anyone here believe that? Like, does food matter?
Yes.
Right? Does it matter on any level? Does it make any difference?
Absolutely.
There's an incredible phrase that comes out of Vedic text, the Sanskrit language, which is, the subtle energies of your food become your mind. The subtle energies of your food become your mind. Robert, do we have one of those Kirlian photography images we can throw up there real quick? I love Robert because, like, I love to be in flow. And he's one of the only people that does what he does, that where I can totally be in flow. I don't even know what's going on up here, but it's for your edutainment. So let's skip to one of the food ones and go right to the point. Okay, awesome. Look at this. So over the last 5 years, by the way, I've given over like 200 lectures on raw food and superfoods and herbs and all of it, right? Everything we're going to get into. And I always lead the visual lectures with this example because it's like, this is where the rubber meets the road, right? I could be ranting all day up here about blueberries till I'm blue in the face. And I might just do that at some point. But in order to like see it, you can believe it, right? Kirlian photography is a type of technology that was created in the 1930s by a man named Samuel Kirlian. And it was actually smuggled out of the Soviet Union. And it has all kinds of different applications, but one of the applications that I find is amazing is being able to pinpoint the electromagnetic spectrum of lighting, or the photon spectrum that your naked eye can't pick up. Are you guys aware that our eyes can't, there's a certain bandwidth of light or color spectrum that our eyes just don't pick up? Right, like insects or dogs or something, they see different colors, they see different bands on that color wheel. So this is absolutely amazing. This is an orange right here, if you didn't catch that. This is an orange. Now, what is going on here? What is all that coming off it? There's different perspectives on that. Essentially, to me, and all the research I've ever done on this, I've come to a place where I'm like, oh, that's basically a mineralized food. That's basically what that is. That's a food that's got a lot of minerals in it, and it's got a lot of light frequency, right? The process of photosynthesis, transmitting the photons from the sun into a plant, which encapsulates and contains photon energy or light energy. Make sense? Right? So when you eat living plant food, especially fruits and vegetables as close to where you pick it, you're essentially donating light frequencies to yourself. The subtle energies of your food, right? And so these are emissions of light frequency, or the aura, or whatever you want to call it, right? But it doesn't even matter what you call it. The funny thing is, all you need to do is see it, and then take a step further and eat it. And then you get the whole download. That's how we're going back to folk technology, folk wisdom, right? You just put it in your mouth and you see what happens. That's what I love about this. So